Hey guys, welcome back. Today is going to be a mess of a day. What do we have here? We have our turbo Sierra that we're building, and what we're going to end up doing is the whole top end has to come off so the heads can get planed Monday, and then hopefully back together Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest, and we can stop messing around with this and get this running. It's like 2 weeks before a car show, 3 weeks tops, and I need to get it running, I need to get it tuned, I need to get it inspected. There's too much stuff to need to do on this, and I need to get it done. So today we are going to work on the wiring. Now, I did buy this truck. It was a 6-liter originally, and it had the LS3 intake manifold on to begin with, so it has a D-link and stuff already on it, and I put the motor tranny and everything else in. I bought it as a shell. If you're not familiar with it, check back and look at it, guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to figure out the wiring issues. So I don't know what harness was in this truck originally. That one looks like it was modified because it has a whole bunch of tape around it. This one looks stock. I'm probably going to put the stock one in. I'm going to say this is probably the one they were using because I can see there are some cooler lines there by looks of it. We're going to probably end up reusing them as well with the AN fittings, and we're just going to work our way through this. So hopefully the first time we do this, guys, will be right the first time. You see we do have the fuse panel here, and basically we're just going to put this together and pray that it's going to start, and I'm not chasing wiring issues. That's the biggest thing. Just pray that it's going to start. That was a pain in the butt. So we got this in. It doesn't look straight, but I can get the cover on it. We got the fuse panel in, which is a bonus. And then we're going to start running the wires through here. Now the issue we're going to run into right away is there's no point in running the wires up and around to your alternator and to your coils and stuff and your injectors and stuff, because I'm taking this all off tomorrow. So we're going to leave it at this. And then tomorrow we'll just make it all one video, and tomorrow we'll finish up the turbo kit, so we'll weld it up, stuff like that. We're gonna pull the turbo kit off, we gotta pull the heads off, intake manifold off, we gotta put the new water pump on, and then this week we'll put the new head gaskets in, heads on. Well, we're just planing the heads, but we'll put the new head gaskets on, the new studs, head studs. We got LS9 head studs, and then we can put the intake manifold on for good and stuff like that, and then we can finish up the wiring. The issue we're going to have is, you can see here, I think that this is supposed to go up and over. It's going to be tight here to run the wiring, as you see, because your manifolds are right here. Usually your manifolds go the other way. So we're going to have to play around with that a little bit. We'll do a camera trick, guys, and we'll be back tomorrow. So we are back, guys, and the next day, as you see, we took the intercooler out. Jeff got a bar bent up because we did have to cut this front support that would hold up your hood, and so it's your rad support and this. So what he did was he got looks like an 1/8 plate, or actually a little bigger than an 1/8.
It might be 3/16.
Yeah, it's a little bigger than an 1/8. So we got a plate bent up, and then holes, that way it will still allow air to go to the rad, and then we can bolt it down here, put a couple bolts up here, and that way it's going to support the hood latch and it's not going to move around on us, and then we can get the intercooler back in spot. So like I mentioned yesterday, guys, today's agenda is finish up welding. So that's going to be pretty simple for me because we're just going to take them right off, and then we'll start taking the intake manifold off, the heads off. We can reinstall the water pump now, and then we can do the take the heads off. They get planed tomorrow. We get them back Tuesday, so hopefully this is back together Tuesday, and then we can button it up and hopefully have it running before the weekend. That's a lot of hoping. So enjoy the watch, guys, and we will go from there. The intake manifold did come off. You'll see that we have spacers here because we are running an LS3 intake manifold, so the ports are different. So I unscrewed them. They were just sitting in spot. Now I know you guys are going to complain about how dirty this motor is down here. It is what it is in my eyes, and plus it's all coming apart for new gaskets, new water pump, and the heads are being planed, so you know, can't really help it too much, but it'll be a lot cleaner when it goes back in. So now that you've seen Jeff doing his work, we're going over here and we're going to do the welding. So I'm going to do the first two pipes first. You see I have it, my welds grounded down, and all I'm going to do is weld it. Now, I am going to stitch weld this because I don't want it to pull apart. So I'm going to start off one side, do maybe like a 2-3 inch weld, jump to the other side, and work my way all the way around. Okay guys, so you see the first pipe is done, other than the V-band clamp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cool down, and then I'm going to hit that with the grinder and then do that. I might knock down some of my welds, you know. For the most part, they penetrate it really well. There might be a little bit undercut on that one, but you know, they will do the trick. What I'm going to do is I'll probably take a buffing wheel to them a little bit. So you see this one is not done around the V-band. I'm going to let it cool down, grind it, and then we're going to do that one. So there's the first crossover pipe. As you guys see, we're going to do the second one. There's no point in making you guys watch welding videos like crazy. So here's the second one. We're going to cut it apart. We're going to finish off the inside where they merge, make it a little more cleaner. And you see that there is a huge gap in there. So we're going to clean that up, and then we're going to weld this up solid. And the good thing about this is once this is done, we can get our wastegate on and run our wastegate and then our exhaust and stuff, guys. So we'll be back after we're done the last couple things, and then when we start disassembling the top end of the motor, we'll be back for that. Anything to say, Jeff?
Let's get it done.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we have this angle iron cut up. It's just a piece of aluminum angle iron. We're going to mark off our holes for our intercooler. We're going to drill some holes, and then we're going to nut and bolt it up. When Jeff is doing that, you'll see that we did get the rad support bracket put in. So now, as you see, it's not going nowhere. That's what we want. Well,
need a couple bolts for the top.
Still need a couple bolts for the top, so it's going to move a little bit. You guys would almost think we know what we're doing. So you can see the bracket in behind that's going to hold the rad support that you've seen us put on. We got the angle iron that we just showed you. We got it screwed in spot, and as you see here, Jeff has it measured up perfectly. So what's going to happen is we're going to drill through here to our factory support, and that's what's going to hold the intercooler on both sides.
Yeah.
So
we might need to trim a little bit up here just so we, because we're just hitting it. So either trim
buffer wheel,
either that or on the bottom here.
Bring it down a little bit.
Because this one you can see is a little higher on
well,
the side.
we could get the tape measure out if we want to be all that, or the level, I should say, if we want to be all that concerned. But
well, yeah, but
Jeff's looking at his face.
What's the point of level? The truck's not level.
The grounds, who cares?
Eh.
You're not going to see that much of it through the intercooler anyways. So now that that's done, we're going to have the joys of this bad boy. We did buy an LS9 head gasket kit, which is off the supercharged Corvettes, and then we did buy the LS9 head studs for now.
Yeah.
So saved us $100 on I should say bolts. It saved us $100 from buying studs. So this is a budget build, guys. It's all stock bottom end.
Yeah.
Something that you guys can do at home. And as you see, we're doing it in the driveway. Unfortunately, there's a PT on the hoist. So as you see, it's literally driveway built. So
I think we're gonna need to break up the shop vac.
yeah.
Before we take these off, just so then we're not getting too much shit down inside.
We gotta take the manifolds off.
Take the manifolds off.
Alternator. You need to take that alternator bracket right off.
Yeah, because that bolts right to the head.
Yeah, and then we'll get the shop vac out. I see we're taking the head off. We got the lifters off and the valley cover off. Just finishing off these head bolts and then it'll be ready to pull. And then we're gonna call it quits on the video at that because we're just gonna do the other side and call it a day anyways. So, you know, there's no need to watch it both sides. So we'll show you this side. So far the head's very clean inside. There's not much wear on the springs or anything like that. I like to see what the pistons look like, to be honest.
That's what we're waiting for.
So that's what I want to see. More than likely, we should have done this when the motor was out. But this is a budget build, and well, we only buy parts when we got money for it. So hard to believe, but yeah. So it's in, and it is what it is, and hopefully next week she'll be running. Well, I don't have a choice. If it's making it to this car show, it has to be running next week.
Yeah. Stuck on
The head gasket. The
dowel.
There you go. Yeah. So actually, the cylinder. Look at them.
Yep. Look at that. No real.
Not at all. That's really good.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. Well, this did have low kilometers, and it was a two-wheel drive truck. So, like, these were made to take a beating. As you guys see in the cylinder walls, there's no scoring.
Step.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, we'll vacuum all those out.
Pistons are still, they'll clean up really well. So, we're going to leave it at that, guys, because we're just going to do the same thing on the other side and then clean up, call it a day. So, we're going to vacuum out the cylinder ports, do our thing, and then we have a full top-end gasket kit. So for us, we're doing everything, and we got a new Gates water pump and stuff as well. So hopefully this will be running next week with some good power. Thanks a lot, guys.